Hi everybody, my name is Timmons-Smith and this is another youth pop-up. Today my scripture is 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9 and it reads, "And he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Therefore most gladly I will rather boast in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me." This passage is about Paul and how God placed a thorn in his flesh. Whether that thorn had been physical or spiritual or what have you, God did it to keep him humble. Paul pleaded with God 3 whole times to remove it, but the only response that he got from him was, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness." So, like us, Paul kept pleading with God because he didn't get what he wanted. He said, remove this. I don't want this. And God didn't do it. So we tend to close our ears to God if we don't get the answer or the response that we want. So instead of God removing it, he gave him and would keep giving Paul his grace, the grace that was sufficient enough to meet Paul's every need. We have to realize that we can't receive the sufficiency of God's grace until we know our own insufficiency. We can't do this alone. We can't do anything without God. We need nothing more than God's grace each and every day. So even if God doesn't deliver you from your weakness, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have grace for you. Whether you're going through some sort of physical ailment or a spiritual battle, God will never have you to stand on your own strength. He would rather that we rely solely on him so that he can get the glory. So rather than being upset at God for whatever situation that you're in, be like Paul, who in the end found the secret, praising God and boasting in the Lord despite his weakness, because God is our strength.